Hello, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode, which is episode 7 of Just Not Career podcast, hosted by me, Nancy Gitonga. But before we dive in, we want to extend our heartfelt thanks to all our listeners for your continued support. Today is a special one as we are joined by someone who's very dear to me. Her name is Alice Wangui. Our connection goes way back to the moments captured in photographs where she was holding me as a baby. She hails from Eldoret, which is our birth town, and she'll take us through her journey of meeting me, her childhood dream, and the remarkable path she's carved since then. Alice's true passion of sales and entrepreneurship began to shine as she worked alongside her parents in their business. Today, Alice will share her invaluable insights as a business owner and the importance of embracing change. Stay tuned to discover something new about Alice's fascinating journey and how she can inspire you to grow in your own path. And remember, there's a good quote from the late Steve Jobs where he said, "Your work is going to fill a large part of your life. And the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do." So stay tuned as we go into today's episode with Alice Wangui. Hi guys, welcome back to another channel, and today we have Alice Wangui. I met Alice, I don't know when. She met me because
Yeah.
you met me because when I was born she was there, and from the photos we have, she was among there holding me like this. So I'm happy to host you. And Alice Wangui was from Eldoret. That's where we grew up, and she'll tell us how she met me, what she does, her childhood dreams, and then we can take it from there. Welcome, Koi.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be on your podcast. Like she said, I am a couple of years older than her. So our parents were friends, and the memory I have is when I think I was, not memory, it's memory from photos. There's a photo when I'm around, I think 4 years, and I'm holding her. She was just a newborn, so you can actually calculate our ages. I grew up in Eldoret, born and raised in Eldoret. I went to primary school there and high school in Kitale. I did Form 1 and 2. Then Form 3 and 4, I went to SOS in Eldoret. I left Eldoret in 2006 when there was the election violence. But 2007, I'd already joined a college in Eldoret. It was Eldoret Polytechnic. So after 2007, we moved to Nairobi after the election violence. I hope most of you can remember. So after the election violence, that's when we came back to Nairobi, and I joined Kenya Methodist. That's where I was doing my degree, but I didn't finish. A degree in business administration.
Okay.
Yes. Just now you can get me on the questions.
Okay. So you did business administration. Is the skills or whatever you learned in uni being applied to whatever you're doing right now?
Yes. Not entirely, but yes. I'd say when I was doing business administration, at that time, I was majoring on accounting. So when let me take you back to how I started working. My parents had a business in town, Nairobi town. So I worked with my parents, or I worked for my parents. I was an employee there. So when I went in at first, I was an accountant there. I assumed accounting roles. But with time, I became better in sales more than the accounting. Yes, I had more passion in sales. But you see, in school, I had done accounting. Yes.
Okay. Now, you can tell us now your career progression. Like now, from now when you started working, how you started from one role to the next until where you are right now.
Oh, okay. Now, when I was working with my parents or for my parents, I was a salesperson. I really enjoyed making sales. Up to now, I enjoy making sales. So working with them kind of mentored me in who I am right now, because my dream was not to work at my parents' shop at that time. My dream when I was younger, I thought I would be a journalist. I loved everything media. I loved photos, videos. So I thought I'd be a journalist. But now when I started working with my parents, now I started enjoying again making sales, and that really contributed in what I decided to do. The whole this is how I look at business and making sales. It gives you a platform where you interact with people. What excites me most is making that profit, and at the same time I'm making a profit, but I'm helping someone, because you see, it's just not about selling. You cannot just sell. Sometimes you have to listen to someone, get to know what they want, and then now make the sale. So I worked with my parents from 2010 to 2014 there.
Okay.
Yes.
And then after that?
After that, I opened Gadget World in around 2015 with a lot of assistance from my parents, a lot of guidance from my parents. And now, when I was working for my parents, they were doing more of their line of business was on stationery and entry-level IT. Why I'd call it entry-level, those printers, yes, and laptops, but they were not really into the full range of gadgets. So when I started now Gadget World with the help of my parents, that's when I introduced other things that they were not selling, like now maybe TVs, the small gadgets like the phones and what are these things called? Headphones, these fancy gadgets, smartwatches. Yes.
Okay. My question will be, so from 2014, you decided that you will be able to open a shop by yourself. What skills were you able to know that with these skills, I'm able not to open my shop and it will work out?
I think the skill that one needs to open a shop, or at that time, why I was confident that I could actually manage and have a shop. Remember, I didn't open it entirely alone. I had assistance from my parents.
Okay.
So that was one advantage. And then also I had learned, the most important skill was how to listen to a customer and how to be able to make a sale. Yes. The patience to grow a small business into becoming very big. Yeah, because sometimes I think some people give up because of patience. I had the patience. I know it takes a lot of work. Then the discipline of pricing and the money discipline also really helped. Yes.
Okay. So what role do you have right now in terms of maybe Gadget World? What role do you hold?
For Gadget World right now, I call myself a business owner, not really an entrepreneur, because I still make sales. I enjoy making sales up to now, and I also manage our social media page. I am the social media manager of Gadget World.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. For someone who wants to open a shop, I would want them to want to understand what they require, in terms of, you can tell them the challenges that you faced and how someone can overcome them or can work with those challenges as they are. And then the second one will be, how do you motivate yourself when things are not working out?
So one, I think the challenge that is there sometimes is competition. And competition can trigger so many things. When you having competition, sometimes you might get to a point and you think, should I lower my standards? Sometimes the competition is not fair. We are not on the same ground when people are competing. So I think what I tell people is, once you decide to do something, believe in yourself, regardless of whether people believe in you or not. If you have the vision, you work towards your vision. If people believe in you, that is a plus for you. They'll encourage you. If they don't, you don't have to give up because just someone else said, I don't think you should do this. Because sometimes you, the person that is carrying the dream, the vision, you know exactly where you want to be. So in between, you'll meet these challenges. Some challenges might really set you back, but believe in yourself enough to say, I owe myself to get up and continue doing it. Sometimes we open the shop and you don't sell. The whole day you might not sell. So you see, someone else might say, now tomorrow I'll just open at 11. Either way, it's not like I sold. But no, do the same routine from 8 to 5:30. I always say you'll never meet a sale. Then learn from other people in business. Like sometimes look at what your competitors are doing. Why is this one selling and I'm not selling? You see.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you've talked about your vision. So what is your vision for Gadget World?
My vision, It has changed quite a lot, but currently, as we speak right now, my vision is for Gadget to grow online, to be accessible to all towns in Kenya with a pickup point. And by accessible, I want that person in Turkana to be able to say, I need a printer, but I know I have Gadget World. Like, I want Gadget World to be known countrywide and even East Africa, so that people can have that confidence. And I know even if I'm in Turkana and I order this printer, maybe there's a stop at Kitale, I can go and pick it from Kitale because it's been sent. Or even if I send you directly, your money will not get lost, and I'm selling you a genuine item.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you're doing that, explain to me just a little bit about how you maintain relationships with suppliers, manufacturers, and also your clients.
For suppliers, how I maintain relationships, I pay them. I don't miss paying my suppliers. I try very much to always pay my suppliers on time. For my customers, for now, my customer retention, the thing I am doing to retain my customers, first of all, is when I sell you something, I make sure that I sell you what you need. I just don't want to make a sale. And if what you want is not what I can offer, I will not lie to you. I try and be as transparent as I can with my customers. I follow up on those who've bought from us. And once in a while, we reach out to most of our clients. How are you doing? Are you okay? Yes. And also for our corporate clients, we really try and offer after services, especially where we can. We do.
Okay.
Yeah.
At any point, have you ever made a miss sale where, like, maybe you sold something and got hot air?
Yes.
So what were you able now to do so that not that thing not to happen again?
We once had a supplier who supplied us items that after we sold a few, we realized they all had the same problem. So we had to tell the supplier we will return these things. And for those who had complained, we made sure those who agreed to get a refund, we give them a refund. Those who didn't want a refund, we tried and got them a solution. Yes, because when we realized the problem is persistent, we realized the customers are complaining from a point of the experience they're having with the product we had sold. So we also tried to reach out to others, like, yes, we sold you this item. Are you experiencing this? Yes. So we went back to the supplier who had supplied, but we first sorted our clients.
Okay.
Yes.
On the opposite side, you can tell us your main success story that you've gotten since you started, like maybe now in 2014 to now.
When at some point Gadget World was not doing so well. So I think a success story for us is once I decided, let me try pushing Gadget World on the online platform. The reception was good. It was really good. Even from my personal page, people have really supported us online. They've bought from us. They've become our clients. So for me, a success story would be Gadget World going to the online platform.
Okay.
Yes.
As an employer, when you have a technology shop, because it's a tech shop,
Yes.
when you're employing employees, what do you look for in terms of skills?
For this kind of business, the most important skill is how fast that person can learn. Because, like, personally, I didn't do anything IT, but I learned on the job. So most of the people we've had, you have to have the basic knowledge of IT, which is just using a computer. And then if you are able to learn. So even if you have a diploma or a degree in a different field, we will still give you the job, but we will measure how fast you can learn and adapt.
Okay. So how when you're saying adaptability, what do you mean by adaptability? How you can say I'm giving you a grace period of 6 months or 1 year?
We actually give a grace period of 3 months.
Okay.
Because everything we do here is practical. You see, it's not the technical theory part. Like, if I show you today, this is how you test a printer. If I show you 2 more times, you should be able to test a printer for a customer and actually go and show the customer. If I show you today, this is how you set up a router. I show you the next day and the next day, because everything for us is practical. I think sometimes theory is the hardest thing to get, but when you're doing it practically, it's easy. Also on skills, we've had staff come in and they have done IT, PBIT, and even sometimes computer science, but are unable to practically do what they've learned in school here. So that's why we don't have a qualification that you must have done IT or networking. It's just provided you have a diploma or a degree in something, whether it's related or not. If you can learn, then we are good to go.
Okay.
Yes.
When now you're talking about being a business owner, do you have any side hustles that you do or any other business that you do apart from Gadget World?
Yes. Back in 2015, 2016 up to 2017, I used to do taxi businesses until Uber. Now, when Uber became very popular, I was unable to penetrate into the Uber because of drivers. So I stopped. And sometime in 2017, 2018, I sold Mtumba clothes. Now, recently, I just opened a page. It's called the Business Hub Kenya, where I'm trying to get all the small business people to come together, share ideas to help each other grow.
Okay.
But that is very new. How I want it to be, I'm providing a platform where SME businesses, upcoming businesses, those people who are just trying to start a business can learn from those who already are doing the business. Those who have really succeeded in business can help the others who are upcoming. You see, it's a platform where we can all share ideas about our businesses to help each other grow, learn a thing or two.
Okay. What motivated you to open now the Business Hub?
What motivated me to open the Business Hub Kenya? I was talking to a friend of mine, and I was asking her about her promotions and if they're doing well or not doing well. And then she told me what to do differently. So when I talked to someone else, this other person is in the fashion industry. She told me, no, I don't think you should do this. I think you should do this. So then when we all sat down, we realized we have different ideas and how to do things differently. It doesn't necessarily mean my idea is wrong or yours is wrong. It's just, it's different and it can apply in different stages of our businesses. So this made me think so many people are sitting down and they want to learn a thing or two, but they don't know who to go to. And sometimes they might hear something, but because it doesn't really relate to their business, they automatically think, no, that's a wrong thing. But you see, when we all are in the same platform, if we willingly share, you can even be looking at a business. Maybe you say, I have this idea, but I don't know how it will go. Then if I've shared a story of someone else who started a shoe selling business, you might say, oh, so I can actually do it. This is what I need to do. Yes. And because also on that platform, as it grows, we'll show people, let's say, for example, you're starting a business. At what point do you need to go to the bank to ask for more money, and which banks would benefit you more, which ones will grow with you step by step, how should you be doing your banking, sometimes what papers do you need, I mean, this type of business, are you doing your taxes, are you conversant with what you're supposed to be paying, the certificates, kanjo. Yes, it's just creating awareness and helping each other grow.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then are you able to measure success?
Yes and no, depending on your goals. This is what I think. Personally, I think I have a stable business. Am I successful? Not really, because of where I want to be. So I feel like I'm not very successful. But there's someone else where I am, they might look at me and think I'm very successful. But I am not yet where I want to be because I have set goals. You see, I can set my goals in terms of the income I make, the turnover I make. So until I reach that, then that's when I'll say, now I'm successful. But for now, I have still not attained where I want to be. Yes.
Okay. For the platform, how do you want it to be? Will you be doing maybe virtual meetups or physical meetups or online meetups,
For now, because most people who we've talked to and I have informed that, yeah, let's open this. You see, it's like a WhatsApp group. We've removed it from our WhatsApp group and put it online. Now we're just trying to get a wider reach. But what I will be doing is talking to them, going to their places of business, Some can come to where I am. We can ask questions. They can even send what they feel I should post to help other people learn. So for now, it will be online, but we will be meeting with those who want to meet. I already know those who want us to meet, and then we'll be sharing the content.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where can we find the Business Hub Kenya?
Right now it's on Instagram. It's just written the Business Hub Kenya, Kenya with a double A. We're going to have it on TikTok and YouTube. If we do an interview or we have videos to share, we will post on Instagram, TikTok, and even YouTube.
Okay. For Gadget World.
Yes.
Where is Gadget World located?
Gadget World is located on Biashara Street after 40 Hotel Building. That's directly opposite Equity Fourways, Nairobi CBD.
Okay.
Yes, but you can go to our website, www.gadgetworld.co.ke. We deliver everywhere within the country.
Okay.
Yes.
And any social media platforms?
For Gadget World, we have Gadget World Kenya on Instagram, Gadget World Kenya on TikTok, and Facebook Gadget World.
Okay.
Yes.
Mobile number?
0727 540 440.
Okay. Yes. And with that, we can say it's a wrap. Thank you so much, Koi. And see you on the next
Thank you so much.
podcast. And with that, guys, thank you for joining us on this insightful episode of Just No Career Podcast with Alice Wangui. I hope you found Alice's journey as inspiring as I did. Remember to keep chasing your dreams and embracing the change along the way. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review us on your favorite podcast platform. Your feedback means the world to us and helps us improve the show. Stay tuned for more empowering conversations about careers, entrepreneurship, and personal growth. And until next time, keep striving for greatness and never stop believing in yourself. Take care and see you in the next episode.